Alright everybody, welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the MRL Contender Series. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth bringing you the action for tonight. Right now, Colt Ward on top of the board in qualifying. There's Ward, Tyler Henry, Kevin Allen, Connor Leach, Jason Pitt, Kenny Real, Cameron Craighead, Brent Garber, Andrew Lotz, and Brennan Reed. Your top 10. 30 drivers on deck right now to get us started. Gordon Glidewell, 15th, or actually 16th on the board. 31,193 is going to need a massive improvement here to try to crack inside the top 10. Cross the line, Gordon Glidewell, survey says 13th quickest, 39.02. Seth Heyman, coming to the line. Seth Heyman on the clock. Right now, Timothy Cook, Mitchell Raritan, Kevin Steiner, Corey Wright, Mike Audrey, all laying down their laps along with Diego Morel. Mitchell Raritan, 32.036, 19th quickest. Damon's first lap, 19th quickest, 31.367. Corey Wright clocks in 18th. Aiming across the line, looking for a big pickup. Not top 10. 11th quickest for Seth Heyman. Corey Wright catching him at the tail end of his run. Timothy Cook, 5th quickest. Corey Wright clocks in 15th. Now going further down. Tyler Stevenson. Right now on the clock. Stevenson's lap time good enough for 14th, 30.855. Elijah Fisher. Fisher's lap time on the clock. Right now looking to beat Colt Ward's 33.27. Ward, Raritan, Tyler Henry, Kevin Allen, Timothy Cook. Your top 5. Connor Leach, the points leader, entering tonight 6th. Of course, further down, Jason Pitt, Kenny Real, Joe Herrera, Cameron Craighead. Fisher across the line, first lap. 26 quickest, saving it for the last one. You're going to need a big gain. Well, the way it looks, it might be a top 10. Elijah Fisher across the line. Survey says 9 in the top 10. 12th quickest, 30.835 for Elijah Fisher. Well, right now, quick rundown of the top 20. To get us started for tonight, Colt Ward on the pole as of right now. Mitchell Reardon, Tyler Henry, Kevin Allen, Timothy Cook, Connor Leach, Jason Pitt, Kenny Real, Joe Herrera, Cameron Craighead. The top 10, Brent Garber, Elijah Fisher, Mike Audrey, Seth Heyman, Tyler Stevenson rounds out your top 15. Kevin Sterner, Andrew Lotz, Corey Wright, Brendan Reed, Diego Burrell. Right now, that is the top 20. On down, Patrick Cameron, Gordon Gladwell, Jesse Dawson, Frank Chavez, Robbie Adams, and Nicholas Alozia. They are the ones who have posted a lap. And that will be a starting lineup quickly, but we'll run through it again. 125 laps now. The grid for tonight goes as followed on the side of the screen. Colt Ward, Mitchell Reardon, Henry Allen, Timothy Cook, Connor Leach, Pick, Real, Joe Herrera, Cameron Craighead. All further down through the field. Just mentioned them: Brent Garber, Elijah Fisher, Mike Audrey, Seth Heyman, Tyler Stevenson, Kevin Sterner, Andrew Lotz, Corey Wright, Brandon Reed, Diego Burrell. That's your top 20. Now to meet the rest of the field. Well, Patrick Cameron, Gordon Glywell, Jesse Dawson, Frank Chavez, Robbie Adams, Nicholas Alozia. They are the ones who posted a qualifying time, 27th on down. David Riddell, John Dale, Chris Logan, Justin Millicar. Fun fact live from Talladega International Speedway. But he'll roll off deep from the field tonight in 30th. And of course, ran out the field Ethan Eckert, Nathan Harper. And I believe leading them to a race control for tonight. We'll quickly iterate because it's its own separate thing. Playoffs for tonight come as follow: Connor Leach, the points leader, Mitchell Reardon second, Fisher, Waters, DJ Stagner is your top 5. And right now, that is the top 16 in the points entering tonight. Alright. 125 laps right now, estimated somewhere around 36 or 38 laps on a tank of fuel. I mean, something to watch, something to keep track of. And Justin Millicar did not take the green flag, so did not load up into the sessions yet, or ever how it works out. So regardless, Millicar missing the start. It will be in the hands of Colt Ward and Mitchell Reardon as the field comes off of the turn 4 banking. Welcome to Las Vegas. Welcome to Sin City. And welcome to the Midnight Race League Contender Series. We're rolling from Las Vegas. Colton Ward leads lap 1. Right now he has got a list of one driver on the apron. Yeah, all good, kept it straight somehow. Right now Tyler Henry looks to the inside of Ward for the lead down the back straightaway. Look, Barrett and Cameron Craighead rounds out the top 5 as for the lead. Tyler Henry. Caution is out. Wreck in the back. Assuming it's in the back at least. That has something to do with John Dale and the 44 machine. See, he can't find something around these parts. Ah, Frank Chavez. Looks like Chavez and Robbie Adams. Chavez comes down across Adams' nose and up the track. Little kiss to the outside wall. No harm, no foul, but it will put us under caution for the first time tonight. Well, rats. A little bit of a door slam. All it takes, as a matter of fact, lucky. It take out more with them. Right now, a few drivers opting to come in. Elijah Fisher is in. Patrick Cameron, Robbie Adams. Well, first caution in the books. Right now, well, really wasn't that, hell, was only a lap. So really did not see the need in some of the drivers' pit unless they're just trying to pack fuel for the end, play the long game. We'll have to find out. It's Tyler Henry, Colton Ward, Timothy Cook, Mitchell Rare, and Cameron Craighead. He's your top 5. Kevin Allen, Connor Leach, Jason Pitt, Kenny Reel, Mike Aldridge, the top 10. We'll re-rack the rest of them. Joe Herrera, Brent Garber, Tyler Stevenson, Andrew Loss, Brendan Reed rounds out your top 15. 20th on down, Diego Burrell, David, Rodell, Gordon Glidewell, Elijah Fisher, John Dale, Patrick Cameron. Your top 25. Chris Logan, Robbie Adams, Nicholas Salozia, Frank Chavez. Rounds out 29 cars still on the racetrack, and hell, everybody's on the racetrack. So, re-rack it, try it again. Field back into the restart zone. We're rolling again from Las Vegas. Right now, Tyler Henry out to your early lead, 3/10 of a second. Meanwhile, 3 wide. Connor Leach, the points leader, coming up the middle. We're wasting no time getting to the front. 3 wide again to the tri-oval. Craighead Real, everybody down to the bottom. 4 wide for the moment. Still almost 4 wide. Good grief. Right on board with Connor Leach. Well, it was a daring move, but it's got him up inside the top 5. Right now, field comes off of turn 4 again. Drivers still trying to figure out where they want to go, what line they want to use. Colton Ward has actually slipped back to 6, side by side, for the 5th spot with Mitchell Raridan. Cameron Craighead, Jack Shack's newest recruit. Right now up to the 3rd spot. Frank Chavez enters back on the track on the low line. No harm, no foul. Right now, Craighead and Cook side by side for a 2nd spot. Tyler Henry trying to get out of Dodge. Right now, field works off of turn number 2. Still 3 wide further back. Andrew Lotz trying to make some headway. Oh! 1 around! One around, back up the racetrack. Corey Wright. Under caution for the 2nd time tonight, and it'll be a big break for Frank Chavez. Not be a big break for Corey Wright. All right, see the SDK gaming caution out again, and yeah, a little bit of contact. Like 12 of Mike Audrey. Three wide, and like Corey came down maybe a little bit. Got away with one. Looked like he hit the wall a whole lot worse on the live shot. You can't run on board with him and see really what can decipher all this. Well, right now, part of the field comes down. Or back half of the field, everybody trying to cram much fuel into these trucks as they can. Others probably sticking to the primary strategy. Tyler Stevenson will be down and away. Well, two quick cautions back to back. The big thing is they have not took out really anybody. The little car spins and whatnot. Alright, Phil's going to see one in green. I'm going to re-rack it again. Tyler Henry will be your leader. Timothy Cook, Cameron Craighead, Connor Leach, Colt Ward be your top 5. Mitchell Reardon, Joe Beretta, Kenny Real, Kevin Allen, Jason Pick rounds out the top 10. As we get ready to go back racing here. Well, 2 quick cautions, settle in, drag in a long green flag run, worked in. Frank Chavez back on the lead of the lap, so that will put everybody right back to square one. 29 drivers on the lead of the lap, 29 drivers still with a chance to win it. All right, pace cars in. Take 3. We're rolling again. Tyler Henry, another great restart. Cameron Craighead is going to get clear of Cook as they enter turn number 1. Single filed out for the top 3. Down the back straightaway. Connor Leach side by side with Colt Ward. They'll thunder down the back straightaway. Ward hanging right to the inside of Connor Leach's. Tyler Henry comes off of turn number 4. Craighead looks to his outside. Not going to be able to lead this time. Henry remains at the head of the table. Timothy Cook lying in wait. Kevin Allen thought about making it 3 wide on Kenny Real. Thought better of it. For the lead, Cameron Craighead with a run off of turn number 2. And he does not quite have it. Now he's got it. New leader, Cameron Craighead. Further back. Here you see the Cup Series point leader, Kenny Real. 7th quickest, or 7th on the board right now. Points leader, Connor Leach, up to 4th. As right now, Timothy Cook off the wall a little bit. Not seen the effect of that truck. Craighead leads again. Henry still looking to the inside. Not going to be able to get there. Right now, field's starting to settle back into single file further back in the field. Hornets nest up here at the front. You can just about take everybody, throw them under a blanket right now. At least the top 5's concerned, as Colt Ward trying to figure out where he wants to go in all this. Meanwhile, Timothy Cook for the lead on Cameron Craighead. He's got it. Went wide off the corner, but got a run. Right on board with Cameron Craighead. Caution is out. Jason Pick around. At least pretty sure it's Jason Pick. Yep, through the grass. T-Mobile Toyota Tundra. Brent Garber involved in this as well. Robbie Adams, Seth Heyman, Corey Wright. All right, go back and see what happened in front of the blimp cam. All right, so there's actually going to get a lot of drivers. Well, it starts it. Heyman comes up. Oh, good grief. Patrick Cameron, Kevin Allen. Oh, Corey Wright. Big time shot. But Corey Wright, that might be night done. Run that again and really just look at it from the, just about from the start. When Seth Heyman comes up into the 53 from there, it is on. Heyman's going to get Kevin Allen, all of them. Back up the track, Robbie Adams. Okay, Robbie Adams plows into Corey Wright. Brent Garber spins to the grass. Don't know if there's going to be a lot of damage on Brent Garber's machine. Right on board Corey Wright. And Corey Wright's Night from Hell continues. Might be night over. Checks up for it. Robbie Adams. Kind of runs into the back of him and look at it. They'll go on board Kevin Allen and a couple of them. Hey. Next on board, Kevin Allen. Calamity Early from Las Vegas right now. Timothy Cook remains the leader. With a rear racket. Cook, Ward, Tyler Henry, Kenny Real, Joe Beretta, the top 5, Mike Audrey, Andrew Lotz, David Riddell, Jesse Dawson, Gordon Glidewell, your top 10. It has been a we get set to go back. All right, rolling again. Timothy Cook this time. Decent restart. Down back straightaway, fanning out 3 wide again. All right, Tyler Henry going to look to the outside of Cook. Cook going to shut the door on him. Joe Herrera up to the 3rd spot. Ward caution that again. Robbie Adams was like, he may have gotten a piece of this. All right. Go ahead and go to the replay, see what happens. Okay. Nope. So you can get a look at something here. Oh, Connor Leach. So this is points. Points implications for the points leader. It is going to be big. Like in the middle of 4 wide, they just all run out of room and Leach. I mean, ain't much damage to it. Look back at it again. They John Dale gets out of shape in the middle of 3 and 4. They momentarily get 4 wide. And that's all she took. Brendan Reed into the back of Connor Leach, and we'll be under the 4th caution of the night. Corey Wright gets his lap back. Well, a rough start to this one. Alright. Rewrite this again. Timothy Cook, Tyler Henry, Joe Peretta, Colton Ward, Andrew Lotz, your top 5. Kenny Real, Jesse Dawson, Mike Audrey, David Riddell, and Gordon Glidewell. The top 10. Craig Head, Mitchell Raridan, Tyler Stevenson, Brendan Reed, Kevin Sterner, your top 15. Chris Logan, Nicholas Alozia, Jason Pick, Frank Chavez, Diego Burrell. Rounds out your top 20. Alright. Try this again. Cook, Henry, Brothers down to the Echo Parks restart zone.
Green flag.
We're rolling. 101 to go. Right now, Cook holds the lead down the back straightaway. Starting to fan out again back there as Joe Herrera to the bottom of the track. Going to try to take the lead away from Cook. 100 to go this time by. Andrew Lotz worked himself up inside the top 4. Joe leads it at the line down to the bottom. Jesse Dawson having a hell of a run tonight. That number 6 machine down back straightaway. Contact with him and Kenny Real. Midnight Race Elite Cup Series points leader. Kenny Real 3 wide on the bottom. Still 3 wide, finally back to 2. Down the back straight away. John Dale saying Taves in the back to go 1 lap down each. Well, Hammond stays to the apron. Run it down to the bottom. Cook still trying to take the lead away. Now he's got to deal with Andrew Lotz. Lotz worked himself into the picture. right now, 3 wide, Steele. Jesse Dawson really trying to make that bottom lane work the best he can. Oh, Tyler Henry, big time loose. He saves it. And he's going to be in a bad spot off of 4. Keeps it straight. We stay green. Meanwhile, look at the Hornet's Nest. 3 wide all over the place. Drivers figuring out where to go. Contact. The 12 and the 29. Raritan and Audrey. Keeps it straight. Meanwhile, at the front, Jared Rudd attempted Cook. Andrew Lotz have broken away just a little bit over the rest of the field. Kenny Real and Cameron Craighead round out the top 5 for the Jack Shack. Austin, Ward, Riddell, Mitchell, Raritan, Gordon, Gladwell rounds out the top 10. As the field comes off of turn number 2 again, Gordon Glidewell on the bottom of 3 wide. They sell it back to 2 for the moment. Right now, Gordon, one of the biggest movers of the race so far, started 22nd up to 12th. Right now, biggest mover of the race, Mitchell Raritan, Jesse Dawson, Andrew Lotz up 20, 17, and 13 spots, respectively. Gordon Gladwell up 8. On Jordan Ritter. Right now, Kenny Real. Looking underneath Tempted Cook for the 2nd spot. Going in position, entering the bottom. Cameron Craighead might try to make it 3 wide. They will be. Cameron Craighead. You got a fast number 48 machine. They work down the back straightaway 3 wide again. Kevin Sterner on the bottom of Colton Ward. Sell it back to 2 again. Right on board with the Jack Shack cam. Then we make it 3 Jack Shack trucks within the top 5. Andrew Lodge right now selling into the 4th spot. You look to the outside, Timothy Cook. Right now, the action at the front continues to get more and more intense. The same can be said for mid-pack, Colton Ward and others. Just inside the top 10, Connor Leach after spinning. Bring out the 4th caution of the night. Has rallied back up inside the top 10. Right now, a couple of drivers who are, actually one driver who was inside the top 5 earlier in the run, slipped back now to just inside the top 15. Tyler Henry, the UPS machine, trying to claw his way back up to the front. A little bit of internet issues on Tyler's part too. Right now, Joe Herter, Andrew Lotz, Timothy Cook, Cameron Cricket, Kenny Real to top 5. David Riddell, Mitchell Reardon, Jesse Dawson, Colt Moore, Mike Audrey. Here's your top 10. A long green flag run, and now we're starting to get into the fuel run here. Going anywhere from 36 or so to 38 laps, 40 at the max right now. I think if you're Joe, might be getting time to think about pit stops, but of course, yeah, never mind. Yellow flag is out. Saved by the bell. Corey Wright, back to pit road. Brendan Reed. Big damage to that 57 machine. John Dale. The 44 machine. All right, see what happened. Let's see. Corey Wright already back to the pits. Well, something's happened somewhere. I mean, Corey Wright's already been off the racetrack. Oh, what happens up there at the front? I'm looking at the wrong ones. This is the after effect. Okay, so all this, okay, so Stevenson is the, or Brendan Reed, my mistake. Alright, so here's where it happens. Took us long enough to find it. Get put 3 wide, and Brendan comes down across Audrey. Oh! Connor Leach, and this time, that's a little bit more of a harder hit. For the points leader tonight already. That's motor done. Connor Leach's night will come to an end. Right on board with Tyler Henry through this. Had a great qualifying effort. Led some laps, but his night will come unraveled as well. Last but not least, Brendan Reed's on board. Well, the thing is how a lot of drivers' nights wanted to go. Get ready for the restart here. Cameron Craighead, Joe Herrera, Andrew Lotz, Kenny Real, Timothy Cook, Colt Ward, David Riddell, Jesse Dawson, Mitchell Reardon, Mike Audrey will be your top 10. Alright, let's re-rack it, try it again.
Green flag, green flag.
We're rolling. Still works off of turn number 2 again. Not quite sprinting out 3 wide. Taking it easy on this restart. Side by side for a third spot, Kenny Real, Andrew Lotz. Cole Ward still trying to hang out inside the top 5. Well, Trevor works off of turn number 2, down and back straight away again. Give you a race update. Biggest movers since the start of this race. David Riddell up 17. Dawson Glidewell, Andrew Locke. Nicholas Alozia. They're your biggest movers so far tonight. Lap leader. Got a bit of trade-off, really. Joe Reynolds led 18 and counting. Tyler Henry led 11. Timothy Cook 9. Cameron Craighead 4. Colton Ward led 3. As right now, Cook all over the back of Cameron. Excuse me, sir. I want second. Right now, fastest lap, Patrick Cameron. 30.74. Unfortunately, lead for Patrick Cameron. He's either in the garage or multiple laps down. No, he's 24. Massively off the pace and losing 7.2 seconds back, but right now he holds fastest lap in the race. 47 to go. Well, right now, Herrera keeping them at bay. Andrew Lotz on the outside of Craighead again for the second spot. Cook falls in line. Mike Aldridge worked himself inside the top 5. Well, right now, as it stands, bit of a separation. 4 trucks back of Elijah Fisher, who right now runs the 15th spot. Nicholas Alozia pretty much the tail end of this field. Well, actually Jason Pick. Everybody else, you know, you got Robbie Adams back here, Corey Wright, who's 8 laps down, Diego Burrell. I think guys right now just trying to stay out of trouble. Right now the action intensifies. Here comes Andrew Lotz. On the outside, Cameron. Always thinks he's going to try to force a 3. Keeps it down behind his teammate. Not quite able to get there yet. Meanwhile, Timothy Cook battles back underneath Craighead for the 3rd spot. That's Andrew Lotz to the top of the board. Right now, I think Andrew just trying to get out of Dodge. If you can, you can still take Kenny Real from the top floor to the basement. And 4 wide, entering 3. And they make it work. Give Jesse Dawson some credit, up to 8th. And what's been a hell of a run. Quarter number 6. Further back, they're still trying to figure out. Try to get stuff sold out. Going in Glidewell, contact with the 29 of Raritan, Riddell. Back to wide again. Right on board with Elijah Fisher. Now walks it up the track, has to lift. That's going to cost them 1 or 2 spots. They're fighting for this top 10. Saved their life. Meanwhile, for the lead, Cameron Craighead has took the lead back from Andrew Lotz. Like Audrey's worked up inside the 3rd spot. Mitchell Raritan having a quiet night. Raritan comes into the night 2nd in the points behind Connor Leach. That will more than likely change with Connor Leach being out. Done for the night. Going to battle back to the outside again. Going to try to grab the right rear. But Cameron Craighead has got it for the most part. A little bit of contact between the two. Side by side for the lead. Right now, it just looks like one leg's about as good as the other, but I'll give the advantage to the middle / the top, just for the run off the corners that you can get, like that right there. Craighead fouls back in line behind Andrew Lotz. Meanwhile, Timothy Cook to the bottom of Mitchell Raritan. I think Audrey holding on to the 3rd spot for now. Mitchell got the wall a little bit off of 4. No harm, no foul. Not feel like it's hurt. Troy Kitty. Leads here at Las Vegas. 5 cautions for 14 laps so far. 9 official lead changes. Little bar, new addition. One of a couple additions brought on to the broadcast, and another one, which actually turned out to be my personal favorite. Telemetry tracker live from the ticker, as right now looking at Cameron Craighead. Further back, Mitchell Raritan still working on Timothy Cook for the 4th spot. The 01 machine of Joe Herrera seemed to be falling off. Well, restarted 3rd on the last restart. Ever since then, is on a downhill trend right now, back to 6th. As Andrew Lotz tries to pull away from Cameron Craighead, right now just over 0.2 of a second. Yep, and Karen gets the draft again, pulls it right back. Joe's still fighting back. Back up to the 5th spot. Another driver having a quiet night so far, but up 19 spots where he started. David Riddell. Right on board with him. Going to make it 3 wide on Kenny Real and Mitchell Raritan. Real able to get clear. Of course, David started 27 deep in the field, up to 8th. Just about shotgun into the field. Right now up to the 8th spot. Oh, big time into the wall. What in the world? I can see what happened. Not sure if you got the wall or what happened. Comes up, makes contact with Elijah Fisher, and a hell of a save by David Riddell. Yeah, but he's going to drop back 2 spots, just outside the top 10 again. For the lead, Cameron Craighead again on Andrew Lotz. Andrew's got him. Field's starting to single file out for the moment. So far, it is the longest green flag run we've had of the night. Pit road report. It's been 25 laps, 26 laps since everybody did it. The other thing is, I ought to be getting closer to a pit stop coming up. Again, not entirely accurate, but it does give us kind of a place to judge when the pit stops will be coming up. Look at Andrew Lotz. A quarter of a tank left, estimated. And I would not be surprised if we see other drivers try to short pit it, try to get the track position ones in the back. Of course, whenever I say in the back, I refer to like Alozia, Chris Logan, or even try to run it long. Right now, 23 drivers on the lead lap. John Dale, the only one lap down. Everybody else, 2 or more, are out. Really? Joe Renner looks to the outside. Timothy Cook for the 3rd spot, not able to get there. Joe right now, he's just trying to. All he's trying to do is just get back to where he was at prior to slipping back as Corey Wright's in pits. was already 8 laps down. As Elijah Fisher to the bottom, out of shape, saves it. Next. 4 wide for the moment, back to 3. That 20 truck's coming. Up to the 4 spot. Kevin Allen returns back to the racetrack. Right now, Ward dropped to the bottom of Fisher. Right now, to re-rack the top 5, Cameron Craighead, Joe Herrera, Andrew Lotz, Elijah Fisher, Colton Ward, Blake Audrey, Kenny Real, Timothy Cook, Mitchell Raritan, Tyler Stevenson is your top 5. Big thing is pit stops ought to be coming up here pretty soon. Some point along the line, Cameron Craighead, gas lights just came on for him. Elijah Fisher running that outside lane. Line number 20 has came alive late in this run. Looks under Joe Herrera now for the 2nd spot. Elijah Fisher up to 2nd. Looks to run down Cameron Craighead. Herrera right back to the bottom again. Crosses him over. Fisher stuck on the outside lane. And he'll get the run off the corner. Oh, Willie. Try to cross it over. Joe to the defensive line below the apron. The fast truck underneath the hood of that 20 machine as Robbie Adams in the pits this time. Colton Ward. Haven't really heard a lot out of Ward all night. He's been in the picture a few times, but just about hanging outside the top 10. Right now, Colton trying to get himself back up to the top spot. Like Audrey in this time. Andrew Lotz. Yeah, well, it's come right at empty, so pit stops have begun. Gary Craighead ought to be coming in any time. Mitchell Raritan surrenders the top 5 to come on the pit road along with Frank Chavez. Here comes Cameron in. 5 bonus points to Ward for leading a lap. Kenny Real. Patrick Kimber, not 4th position. Ward is in. Kenny Reel's in. A lot of the other drivers, Stevenson and Brent Garber. Does Gordon Gladwell stay out, get 5 bonus points? Nope, Gladwell's in. So that'll hand the lead back to Andrew Lotz, actually. When it all cycles back around, Andrew Lotz holds a 1.6 second lead over Craig Kidd, Colt Ward, Kenny Real, Joe. We're right at the top 5, Fisher, Cook, Audrey, Mitchell Raritan, and Tyler Stevenson is right now the top 10. Caution! Frank Chavez around. Gets it back going. 6th caution of the night. Just after green flag pit stops are concluded. Let's go back and see what happened to Frank Chavez. Looks down from the blimp cam. Just comes up in front of Jason Pick and Pick said, I ain't lifting. Nor did he. The end result, Frank Chavez goes around. Back straight away. We're on the caution for the 6th time. Sixth caution of the night. I guess the good thing it came right after green flag pit stops. With a re-racket. Andrew Lotz, Cameron Craighead, 1st and 2nd. Ward, Kenny Real, Joey Reddick, Timothy Cook, Mike Audrey, Tyler Stevenson, Brent Garber, Jason Pick, the top 10. One further down. Jesse Dawson, David Riddell, Seth Taman, Gordon Gladwell, Patrick Camber. Your top 15. As we get set to go back to green flag racing again. Alright, rolling again from Las Vegas. $80, 85 of 125 down. Cameron Craighead. Nothing trying to move Andrew Lott, so what he's trying to do, got a big time loose off of 2. Side by side for a lead. Kenny Real licking his chops. As is Colt Ward. Ward holding the bottom lane. Contact again between Craighead and Lotz. No surrender between either one. Off of 2 again. Right now, Colt Ward side by side with Kenny Real now for the 3rd spot. 2 by 2, all the way back to outside the top 10. That's Craighead and Lott still putting up a fight. Evan Cameron finally gets clear of Andrew Lotz for the time being. Anyway, the action has not died down behind them. 3 wide. One truck into the wall a little bit. Mike Audrey. That's Kenny Real. Runs down the top 2. Ward right behind him. See how Andrew Lotz tries to get around Cameron Craighead. I believe Cameron put the bumper to the back of him off of 2 a couple laps ago. Lotz actually now starting to slide back just a little bit. And now Kenny Real sets his sights on the leader. Kenny's got the draft big time. Going to pull right up to the back bumper of Cameron Craighead. Cameron's going to leave the bottom open. He's anticipating that run off the exit 2 just like that. Action has not settled down. Back for 3rd. Ward and Lott still side by side. Work down the back straightaway again. It just ain't them. There's about 7 or 8 of them still trying to figure out, try to get positions away. Joe Red's starting to fall back, and I'm beginning to slightly notice that 01 is not quite up to par on the short runs like it was. Side by side with Timmy Cook entering turn number 1. This is the battle for 6th. David Riddell right now battling with Brent Garber as well. Cameron Cricket has opened up a little bit of a lead, just over 0.2 of a second. It's about to be back down to 1/10. Kenny Reel doing everything he can to reel down this 48 machine. Reel to the bottom. Just not able to get that bottom lane to work. Meanwhile, further back, almost 3 wide again, Kevin Allen, Seth Heyman, Glidewell, and others. Karen's going to shut that bottom down in turn 3 and 4. Right now, further back in the field. They're trying to settle down back here. Joe Heretta's still falling back. Jesse Dawson still hanging outside the top 10 and 11. Well, 30 laps to go. Ward still battling for third. About the time Ward gets clear, somebody else challenging for the third spot, and it will be Tyler Stevenson next. Good, a hell of a night for Tyler Stevenson. That has been a great run so far tonight out of number 5. To go, another race update so far for tonight. Cameron Craighead leads, 6 cautions for 17 laps, 13 official lead changes. Right now, fastest 5 for 5, Tyler Stevenson with a 32.09. Lots, Allen, Colt Ward, and Brent Garber, they're your fastest 5 for 5. Fastest lap still holds back Patrick Camber, right now in 23rd. Lap leaders again tonight. 31's been led by Cameron Craighead. Joe Herrera led 22, Andrew Lotz 21, Henry Cook, Colt Ward have all led their share of laps tonight. And again, biggest movers and gainers again. David Riddell up 17 for where he started tonight. Robbie Adams, Andrew Lotz, both up 12. Jesse Dawson, Tyler Stevenson up 11. The drivers on the repair tab this week. Corey Wright, 7 minutes worth of damage to that machine. Kevin Allen, Patrick Camber, 2 minutes. Robbie Adams, Mitchell Reardon, 1 minute. Everybody else is kind of in the seconds. Well, for the lead, Colt Ward. And Rio ties it to the bottom again. Right now, fuel for Colt Ward, by our calculations, just under halfway. Gonna be close. Cameron Craighead, a little bit less than that. Kenny Real, about the same. Okay, forget that. Caution is out. Trying to find it here. SDK caution out yet again. Well, it happened somewhere around in here. Alright, so caution's out here, so now let's see if we can't find something. Hard to really say what it is. Corey Knight, or Corey Wright, done for the night. Let's see if we can't find it. I'm showing my race control open. Caution's out right there. Just go through it one more time. Losey is fine. Robbie Adams fine. Everybody's fine. That's one of these. I ain't too sure what it's out for. Yeah, this one here has got me baffled. How to get away with race control. See why the caution is out, but right now at the front, Elijah Fisher. You know, I don't think he pitted either that or he took a fast stop. Nope, Fisher stays out.
Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
There's no caution there. Ethan accidentally threw it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
I just want to let you know so you wouldn't be searching for nothing. I'm going to head back down. I'm going to go and leave. Can you put me back down in the admin chat, please?
All right, got you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wish he had been back. Wish he had been here 2 minutes sooner. All right. Terry Rackett, Elijah Fisher, taking a hell of a gamble. We'll see if it pays off. Fisher, Craighead, Ward, Kenny Real, Kevin Allen, the top 5. Tyler Stevenson, Andrew Losh, Jason Pitt, Timothy Cook, Brent Garber, your top 10. Or further down, Joe Herrera, Kevin Sterner, Seth Heyman, David Riddell, Mike Audrey, round out your top 15. Let's try this again. We're rolling. Fisher got about the best start you could ask for. On older tires, enough to drop down and clear in front of Cameron Craighead. No contest. As Fisher drops back now to inside the top 5. Cameron Craighead back to the top of the boards.
All right, man.
Caution is out.
Caution is out.
All right, this time there's a caution. Jesse Dawson. And awesome night for Jesse Dawson. That's Kane doing in. Jason Pick also involved in this. We're under caution for the 8th time of night. Look back and see what happened. They are 4 wide, just about 5. Oh, and then Pick slams Heyman. Heyman slams Dawson. And I mean, I don't know what to make of this here. There's about 4 wide here in turn 3. Let's widen this. Bat this all the way up, down the back straight away, and see how this materializes. Okay, Heyman cuts off Dawson, a little bit of contact, forces him 3 wide. Just about 4. Okay. Well, Pitt gets loose, and then, yeah, slams Heyman. Heyman slams Dawson, and that is all she wrote. After what was a huge night for Jesse Dawson, it'll come undone late in the going. Next on board for Seth Heyman. Gets him loose, and that's all she wrote. Last on board, Jason Pick. Well, been a wild night, but right now Cameron Craighead in the position to get his first win in the Midnight Racing League Contender Series. It'll be Craighead, Kenny Real, Tyler Stevenson, Cole Ward, Andrew Loss, Brent Garber, Kevin Allen, Joe Herrera, Timothy Cook, and David Riddell, your top 10. Try this again. 8th caution of the night. Pretty much been a Jack Shack domination of the night. The only sad thing is only one can go to victory lane. Craighead, Kenny Real, bring it down. We're rolling again. 16 laps to go. Jason Pick, black flag, down the back straightaway. Stevenson still hanging tight with Kenny Real. For the second spot, Craighead trying to get out of Dodge. To go. Stevenson fires it back down to the bottom again. not getting that bottom lane to work. Not without the run from the top side. Down back straightaway. Speaking of runs, Colt Ward. Trying to get back into the top 4. Be 14 laps to go for Cameron Craighead. Real hot on his trail. Along with Stevenson. Well, 14 to go. Right now, 3 wide, further back. 4 wide! Was 4 wide. Oh, there goes Riddell! More, I reckon. Or not. False alarm. There Riddell spins through the front tri-oval. Let's see what happened. Rewind it just a smidge. They're just about 4 wide there, and as RSA David comes across the 9. Look and see. Angle looks like Timothy Cook maybe comes up a little bit. That goes wide in the broadcast and not the race control. Mitchell Raridan just finishes them off. Crap. There we go. Technical issues, as always. Well, for David Riddell, what was a top 10 night going will come undone. Same can be said for several drivers in that boat. Patrick Cameron gets one of his laps back. Actually, he'll be back on the lead lap. Well, it'll be 23 drivers left on the lead lap. With only a short handful of laps to go. All right, let's re-rack it one more time. Cameron Craighead, Kenny Real, first and second. Stevenson, Ward, Andrew Lodge, your top 5. Kevin Allen, Brent Garber, Joe Herrera, Mike Aldridge, Timothy Cook will be your top 10. Raridan, Gladwell, Burrell, Elijah Fisher, Nicholas Salozio, your top 15. Chris Logan, Jason Pick, David Riddell, Seth Heyman, Patrick Cameron, the 24 drivers left in it. As we get set for the restart. All right, boys. Bring her to the house, the field, into the Echo Parks. Restart zone. Craig can't reel. We're going to try it again. 9 laps to go. Let's start for Kenny Reel. Or for Cameron Craig. My mistake. Stevenson now battling hard on that inside lane for the second spot. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway. 8 to go next time by. Lost, gets the door slammed on him. Meanwhile, Mitchell, Reardon, there they gonna go 4 wide. They thought about it. Eight to go. Caution. Wreck in the back. David Riddell. Around, and we're under caution for the 10th time tonight. All right, see what happened to David. Ash happened in front of him. Oh! Galozia and Kevin Sterner coming together. Alright, there's more to this than meets the eye here. When they come out of the dog leg, 97 and the 162 make contact, and that is all she wrote. Riddell into the back of, or Robbie Adams into the back of Riddell. Just like that, under caution again. Next with Robbie Adams. Or I'm sorry, Nicholas Alozia. Hard shot into the outside retaining wall. 10th caution of the night. Been a long night for a lot of drivers. Repair tab just opened up again. Patrick Cameron's 3.5 minutes worth of damage. Seth Heyman just at 2.5, along with Kevin Allen. Frank Chavez had 2 minutes. Been a rough night for a lot of drivers. Alright, re-rack it. Cameron Craighead, Kenny Real, Tyler Stevenson, Colt Ward, Andrew Lotz, your top 5. Herta Garber, Mike Aldridge, Kevin Allen, Mitchell Raritan in the top 10. Alright.
Green flag.
Rolling again for Las Vegas. 4 laps to go. Cameron Craighead holding the bottom lane. They're going to be 2 by 2 down the back straightaway again. Oh, Colt Ward in all kinds of trouble.
All right, man.
Caution is out. There goes Ward. Hard into the wall. Timothy Cook involved. God almighty. Cook involved. Diego Burrell against the outside wall. Seth Taman meatball flag. His night will be done. Oh yeah, big damage to that machine. Well, caution is out yet again. Go back and see what happened. Well, I know it's going to start with Ward getting in some type of issue. Rewind it here. Elijah Fisher to the pits. Got it from the aerial camera. Gets into the corner. Gets a little bit loose there. Has to lift, try to correct it, and I believe from there, yep, into Audrey. And around she goes. Jesse Dawson does get a piece of this. There's Seth Heyman's damage. That will end his night. They're 4 wide right there for the moment. Yep, 12 and 18 come together, and it's going to fall right in Timothy Cook's lap. Man. Right on board with Colt Ward. Yes, he here had it lift big time. 4 wide, they just come together. And around goes the Sporky. Mike Audrey's on board next. Audrey through the grass. No harm, no foul till he hits right there. It's going to go right into the burial, or the barriers. Seth Taman's on board before we cut it back live. And it fell right in Haven's lap, and then right there is going to finish off the 30. Cameron Craighead right now, I believe. And it is. There's a 1-10 in overtime. If they wreck before the white flag, they race it out. And if they wreck on the white flag, it ain't gonna matter anyway. And right now, the possibility of a Jack Shack 1-2. Very possible. They've got to hold off Tyler Stevenson, Andrew Lotz, and the rest of the field. Buckle up and hold on. Overtime. We're rolling. That good start you can ask for Cameron Craighead. Almost beautiful. Kenny Real hanging on the outside of Stevenson as they work down the back straightaway. Into turn 3. Mitchell Raritan to the bottom, making it 3 wide. Raritan going for the 4th spot. Brent Garber on the outside, however, trying to make something happen. White flag. 1 lap to go from Sin City. Craighead down it to the bottom. Stevenson and Kenny Real. Side by side still. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Real's able to get clear of Cameron Craighead. Off of 4 for the final time. Jack Shack dominates Las Vegas. Cameron Craighead to victory lane. Kenny Real 2nd, Stevenson 3rd, Brent Garber 4th. Andrew Lotz will come home 5th, Fisher 6th. Alec Raritan, Gordon Gladwell, Joe Herrera, your top 10. Cameron Craighead to victory lane again. Let him enjoy this one. The Chevrolet top 5. Gonna burn it to the motor blows. Motor's already smoking. Walk out of here leading 57 laps. See, I can't talk to Cameron Craighead. Cameron Craighead, welcome to Victory Lane, buddy.
What's up?
Well, first career win in the Midnight Racing League. First career win for the Jack Shack. Walk us through the race. It was a bit wild at times, but really the 48 looked like it was one of the 3 best trucks out there tonight. Walk us through it from your perspective.
Yeah, at the beginning I was just trying to find a way to have an extra set and think about ways I could, save a set since we only have enough to go to the end, and, it's always good to try to have an advantage, and then, it didn't end up helping me, so then I just stayed on the same strategy as everybody else, and, just tried to keep clean air and save my tires, and I found a line that worked for me, and then I found a little trick that I wasn't doing, which was just to let off all the way and get the rear tires a little bit unlocked, and then to get back in the throttle, and it would rotate better. And once I started doing that, man, it was just the car was rotating, and I was able to just drive by people. And then, pit stop started, and I got a good gap there, and there was a caution. But once you get clean air, it's pretty hard to get past here. It's really hard to pass. And once I figured out how to save the tires and rotate without getting tight, it's just all all aboard. And then at the end, me and Kenny were just locking down the front row and not letting anybody get past us, and that's how we got 1-2 right there at the end. We just locked it. There's just no clean air. They couldn't go up. They couldn't go down. There's just dirty air no matter where they went. So we just secured it.
Well, buddy, I got to say, I was told before the race, obviously the big bosses are watching, the Jack Shack. Everybody watching tonight, I will ask you this. Was there any pressure put on you when you got the job to come race for the Jack Shack for the MRL and really the money races? Was there a sense that I have to deliver now more than ever?
Yeah, I mean they definitely for sure. They try not to give me as much pressure, but when it comes to the end of the races and I'm in the position to cash or win, they definitely lock in. It's always fun and games until you get to there, and then it's a bit serious. You gotta lock in, and tonight I know they're all in Talladega watching, so I had to put on a show for them, and I also been calling my shot all week, so I know I had to come out here and win.
Well, buddy, you walk out of here leading 57 laps tonight. Last question I got for you, because I know it's late. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Obviously, I want to thank the Jack Shack, and they've been supporting me, and Kenny tonight, Joe, everybody who's on the team, and Trev and all them. I want to thank you for the broadcast and coming out here. I know it's 1 in the morning or whatever time it is for you, but it's late. It's 2 in the morning for you, so yeah, it's late, and you're still out here helping us get a product for people to watch, and all the admin teams and everybody who races to, put on a show.
Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. Cameron Craighead gets his first career win in Midnight Racing League, and it comes at Las Vegas. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job tonight. We can't get Kenny Real. Well, Kenny Real will complete the Jack Shack 1-2 finish for tonight. Walk us through the night. It was kind of a struggling night to begin with. Finally found your rhythm late in the going. Rallied back to a second. Walk us through it from your perspective.
Yeah, tires were just eating up all night. Couldn't really figure it out. Dirty air was really bad. Just the aero package now is terrible, so you really can't do anything, especially if you're being side drafted. So yeah, I just saw the second run, just tried to keep the tires on it. I think honestly, if everybody wasn't fighting each other, we probably would have been able to do something. I came out of the pit stop pretty good, and of course the caution comes out. Then after that, it was just caution after caution after caution. At the end, I was just helping Craighead stay out front and making sure we got a 1-2 there, and that's what we did, so I'll take it.
Well, but I got to say, really, you talk about how difficult it was to pass like the bottom lane. You could ship it in on the bottom, but in the outside lane, middle lane, just getting a run off the corner. How frustrating was it just trying to make any ground up tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard. I mean, the draft is so strong, and then if you just get aero blocked, there's literally nothing you can do. I mean, it's really, really hard to pass. I mean, you got to get someone's right rear to pass. I mean, it's not hard, but you just chew up more tires than, especially on the long run. And yeah, I mean, once you have clean air, it's over with. Craighead got clean air and set sail because everybody just kept racing each other hard back there. And Yeah, I mean, he pretty much dominated the race, and I'm just happy to get a P2 out of it, and glad Jack Shad had a good night.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got. I know I won't keep you long, being it's a little late, but is there anybody want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, just shout out to Craighead for the win. All the Jack Shad guys, give a shout out to them. Give a huge shout out to all them guys down at Dega. I got some Jack Shack people down there. Justin's down there, all the MRL guys. So huge shout out to them, the admins that put this on, you for broadcasting, and again, Craighead for the win.
All right, buddy. At the end of the night, Kenny Real will rally back to a second place run. Appreciate your time, buddy. See you tomorrow night where you try to defend the points lead.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, for Tyler Stevenson, there you see it on the graph. It was not an easy night for Tyler Stevenson. Lowest 23rd at 1 point, so you cannot get a word with him. Tyler Stevenson, it was an up and down night, but towards the end, clawed your way to a third place run. Walk us to the night from the number 5's perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to save tires the whole night and just try to get them on the long run, but we didn't really get many long runs to do that, unfortunately. But I got in the top 10, and I just kept working my way up slowly, getting the positions. I was really good on the bottom, which I don't think many people were that good on the bottom today, so that was really helpful. And just once we got up there, we just had to stay up there, and it's a lot of just single lap runs. Okay, caution. Couldn't get by Kenny Real, unfortunately. I was trying to. I might have had something for the 48 if I could get around him, but they were teammates, so he was making it hard for me. But it's still a career. I think it's a career best finish for me. So I mean, I'll take it for sure, definitely.
Well, buddy, I want to ask you. Obviously, a lot of guys have showed up this season with a lot of speed under their belts. I mean, you look at last season's points about this timing, then you look at now's, and really it's just about complete 160 around right now. You enter tonight 14th. Let me be sure I got you right. Yes, sir. Enter tonight 14th in the points. Tied for 14th in the points. How does a run like this build momentum as the season keeps going forward? Because I believe next week we will be at Rockingham.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be in the top 10 in points. So I just want to stay there. Goal is make the playoffs this season. So, I mean, I like Rockingham. It's a fun track. It's another tire saving track. So hopefully we can get some longer runs. That's all I'm asking for. But if we can get some long runs, I should be up there too. And just get top 10s. That's all we need. But if we can get good runs like this, we'll take them.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you these last two questions.
Yeah.
Before we head out, you mentioned a minute ago your car was one of the very few that could run the bottom. I want to ask you, we saw a lot tonight. The bottom lane, great on entry, awesome on entry, but the runoff, it was just not there tonight. How difficult was it for you with the truck that could run the bottom? How difficult was it to make passes and try to get track position back and all that stuff for tonight?
But you kind of had to compromise. You couldn't just go straight bottom. You kind of had to enter in a little high, and then you late apexed it, and you could get a really good round off the corner, even off the bottom, and then you could just side draft them down the corner and then try to clear them in the next. So, yeah, I mean, it was just strategizing. It was just being smart and not being over aggressive. I mean, let's just try not to go 30 wide or do any stupid moves today, and it worked out pretty well.
If you look back, you'll see 4 wide about 2 or 3 times, but
yeah.
But
Well, I didn't initialize it. If I got put 3 or 4, I tried to not initialize it. That's what I'm saying. I didn't initialize any stupid moves, but if I got put there, back out of it, get out of it. I want to be in there. I want to be in other people's mess. That's how you get good finishes, is staying out of people's trouble. So, yeah, it was just run the bottom. I mean, it worked for me today. It might not work every race, but it worked for me today, and that's credit me the 3rd place finish. So we'll take it.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Career best of 3rd. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yep. Team Watson Racing setups. They're hopping on board this season, so obviously thanks to them. We got Bad Badger Racing with Seth, Brendan, and David. That's the only really car to have a good run today, but you know, well, we gotta showcase for them. Someone's got to do it. So, but yeah, we're just in the VC, had a good time. Unfortunately, they all got wrecked, but we stayed out of trouble. That's all that matters. But you know, yeah, just like to thank them, my boys. So, and I'll just thank y'all for the broadcast as always. So, did a good job. So.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Tyler Stevenson comes home from Sin City with a third place run. He'll turn his attention to Rockingham next week. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Yeah, you have a good night, man.
Yep, you too, Puss. Final results for tonight comes as followed. We're going to try to we'll see if it'll load this time. Well, after 125 laps, Cameron Craighead finally gets his first win in the Midnight Racing League Contender Series. Kenny Real, Tyler Stevenson, Brent Garber, Andrew Lotz, top 5. Elijah Fisher, Kevin Allen, Mitchell Raridan, Rory Gladwell, Joe Herrera comes home 10th. John Dale. Okay, we'll say something about John Dale. It was a very rough night for a driver to 44, but able to rally back to an 11th place run. Same for Chris Logan. Same for Jesse Dawson, Jason Pick, my mistake. They'll come home 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Colt Ward rallies back to a 15th after being spun late in the going. Patrick Cameron, Diego Burrell, Robbie Adams comes home 18th. Further down, Frank Chavez, Kevin Stoner, Timothy Cook, Nicholas Alozia, David Riddell, Seth Heyman, Mike Audrey, Corey Wright, Connor Leach, Tyler Henry rounds out the top 28. And of course, Brandon Reed will end the night 29th. Justin Millicar did not take the green flag. Nathan Harper, Ethan Eckert, race control for tonight. And with that being said, I appreciate everybody watching tonight as always. Tomorrow night on PGR Midnight Racing League Cup Series in action. And if you enjoyed the action tonight, you're not going to want to miss the Cup Series tomorrow as we roll into Darlington for 150 laps. Until then, take it easy and have a good one.